The repair bill was $200,000, and the world's best technicians had already failed. But when a struggling single dad, working as a janitor, noticed one overlooked clue, he uncovered a shocking solution, hidden behind a tiny $14 part. The service manager studied the diagnostic screen, folded his arms, and delivered the verdict with practiced certainty. It'll cost $200,000 to fix. Around him, technicians nodded. The luxury machine sat silent in the workshop. For everyone else, the case seemed closed. For one struggling father, it was only beginning. Michael Turner stared through the glass wall at the sleek silver hypercar. The vehicle belonged to a wealthy collector who had spent months searching for answers. Every specialist had failed. Every dealership had failed. The car remained an expensive sculpture instead of a machine. Michael simply cleaned floors there. At 38, Michael's life revolved around survival. He worked long shifts as a janitor at the dealership and spent evenings caring for his 10-year-old daughter, Sophie. Since losing his wife years earlier, every decision carried responsibility. Rent, groceries, school supplies, and medical bills consumed nearly every dollar he earned. Despite his circumstances, Michael possessed an unusual gift. Before life forced him into custodial work, he had studied mechanical engineering. Financial hardship ended his education before graduation. Dreams were replaced by obligations, yet his fascination with machines never disappeared. Every spare moment was spent reading manuals, studying diagrams and understanding systems others overlooked. The hypercar arrived one rainy Monday. It was a rare masterpiece valued at several $1 million. The owner, a technology entrepreneur named Richard Hale, looked exhausted. For nearly 2 years, the vehicle had suffered intermittent shutdowns. Sometimes it ran perfectly. Other times, it refused to start entirely without explanation. Elite technicians from multiple countries had inspected it. Expensive components were replaced. Entire systems were rebuilt. Software engineers updated control modules repeatedly. Nothing solved the problem. The latest recommendation involved replacing several integrated systems simultaneously. Estimated cost, $200,000. Even then, nobody guaranteed success. The owner reluctantly approved further investigation. Michael listened quietly while sweeping nearby floors. He heard technicians discuss voltage irregularities, communication failures, and mysterious sensor errors. Their conversations intrigued him. The symptoms sounded inconsistent. Most professionals blamed complex electronics. Michael wondered whether the real problem might be hidden somewhere much simpler, escaping attention because everyone expected sophistication. During lunch breaks, he observed from a respectful distance. He watched technicians connect advanced diagnostic equipment, screens filled with codes and technical data. Expensive tools examined every electronic module, yet the results remained confusing. Each test pointed toward different failures. The deeper they investigated, the less certainty they possessed about the vehicle's condition. One evening, after everyone left, Michael paused beside the car while finishing his cleaning duties. He wasn't authorized to repair anything. He simply looked. Years of studying machines had taught him that systems often reveal clues through patterns. He examined service reports, resting nearby, and noticed something unusual immediately. The shutdowns occurred under completely different conditions. Sometimes during acceleration, sometimes while parked, sometimes after hours of operation, sometimes immediately after startup. The failures shared no obvious relationship except one detail. Every recorded incident involved slight fluctuations in electrical communication before the system collapsed into confusion and protective shutdown. That detail haunted him all night. After putting Sophie to bed, Michael reviewed public technical resources online. He researched electrical architecture similar to the hypercar's design. Several possibilities emerged, but one seemed strangely plausible. A tiny component responsible for signal stabilization could theoretically create widespread electronic chaos if defective. Most technicians rarely suspected it. The next morning, Michael returned to work carrying a notebook. He had no intention of challenging experts publicly. Still, curiosity persisted. During a break, He politely approached one technician he knew well. He mentioned his theory. The technician laughed kindly. If the answer were that simple, someone would have found it already. Michael nodded and walked away. Perhaps he was wrong, yet something continued bothering him. The dealership's diagnostics focused heavily on major assemblies. What if everyone overlooked a small, inexpensive part because its failure seemed statistically unlikely? Complex investigations sometimes miss obvious possibilities, when assumptions guide every decision from the beginning. Days passed. The dealership prepared to begin the massive repair project. New components worth thousands arrived daily. Richard Hale visited frequently, increasingly frustrated by delays. One afternoon, Michael overheard him, questioning whether the repairs would actually solve anything. Even the service manager admitted confidence remained limited despite the enormous estimate and effort. That evening, Richard noticed Michael studying technical diagrams left on a table. Instead of becoming angry, he seemed amused. "You understand these?" he asked. Michael explained his engineering background. Richard listened carefully. Then he asked a surprising question. "If this were your problem, where would you start looking first?" Michael hesitated. Speaking honestly could appear disrespectful. Yet Richard insisted. Finally, Michael described the signal stabilization component. He explained how a minor defect might trigger misleading symptoms throughout interconnected systems. Richard's expression changed. Nobody had mentioned that possibility. "How much does that part cost?" he asked quietly. Michael checked his notes. "About $14. Richard laughed in disbelief. Around them, the number sounded absurd compared with $200,000. Nevertheless, desperation encouraged open-mindedness. He approached the service manager and requested inspection of the component before authorizing major repairs. The manager resisted initially, convinced the suggestion wasted valuable time and resources. Eventually, Richard insisted. The inspection proceeded the next morning. Technicians removed panels and accessed the relevant circuit section. Most expected nothing. The component appeared ordinary. However, closer testing revealed microscopic internal degradation. Under specific conditions, it generated intermittent instability. The defect was rare, unpredictable, and extraordinarily difficult to identify through standard procedures. Silence filled the workshop as results appeared. The tiny part was replaced immediately. Everyone gathered around the vehicle. The engine started smoothly. Diagnostic systems reported perfect communication. Hours of testing followed. No errors appeared. Additional road evaluations produced identical results. The mysterious failures vanished completely. The impossible problem had effectively disappeared overnight. News traveled quickly through the dealership. Technicians who once dismissed Michael's theory now examined the evidence repeatedly. Some felt embarrassed, others felt fascinated. The explanation seemed almost unbelievable. Millions of dollars worth of engineering had been crippled by a $14 component, hidden deep within a sophisticated electrical network for years. Richard arrived that afternoon and demanded confirmation. After extensive testing, the service manager finally delivered words nobody expected. "The car is fixed." Richard stared at the report. The recommended repair budget had collapsed, from $200,000 to $14 plus labor. He shook his head repeatedly, struggling to process reality. Then he asked a simple question. "Who found it?" Every finger pointed toward Michael. Richard requested a private conversation immediately. Inside his office, he listened to Michael's story from beginning to end. He learned about the unfinished engineering education, the financial struggles, the long nights studying technical materials, and the responsibilities of single parenthood. The more he heard, the more impressed he became. "You solved what experts across multiple countries couldn't solve," Richard said. "How?" Michael thought carefully before answering. Most people searched for a complicated failure because the machine itself was complicated. I searched for the smallest possibility that connected all the symptoms. Sometimes the simplest explanation survives when everything else falls apart. Richard smiled. That answer may be worth more than the repair itself. The following week brought unexpected changes. Richard owned several technology and engineering businesses. He invited Michael to interview with his innovation division. Unlike traditional interviews, the discussion focused on problem-solving rather than credentials. Michael analyzed systems, identified weaknesses, and proposed solutions. His practical thinking impressed everyone involved in the process. Days later, an official offer arrived. The salary exceeded Michael's annual janitorial income several times over. Benefits included educational assistance and flexible scheduling for family responsibilities. For the first time in years, financial survival would no longer dominate every decision. Opportunity had finally met preparation. When Michael shared the news with Sophie, tears filled her eyes. She hugged him tightly. She had watched him work exhausting hours for years, while never abandoning his curiosity or determination. To her, the promotion felt less like luck and more like justice finally arriving after a very long delay. Months passed. Michael thrived in his new role. He completed professional certifications and contributed to major engineering projects. Colleagues respected his insight because it emerged from experience rather than ego. He never forgot the lesson hidden inside that impossible repair. Complexity often attracts attention. Fundamentals often reveal truth. Meanwhile, the story spread throughout professional circles. People focused on the $14 component, but Michael believed they missed the deeper message. The real discovery wasn't a cheap part. It was the willingness to question assumptions. Everyone saw the same evidence. Different conclusions emerged because different minds examined it. Years later, Michael stood before a group of young engineering students. Many worried about obstacles, finances, and uncertain futures. He told them about the Hypercar. He described the famous estimate, the tiny component, and the years of struggle preceding success. Then he offered a lesson they would remember. Never underestimate small details, he said. A $14 part can stop $1 million machine. A single idea can change a career. A quiet person can solve a problem experts cannot. Value doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it waits patiently until someone finally chooses to look. The students applauded, but Michael's attention drifted briefly toward Sophie, seated proudly in the audience. Every challenge, every setback, every late-night study session had led to that moment. The world remembered a repair. He remembered a journey. And it all began when someone said the solution would cost $200,000.